my dear child. I see the stirrings within your heart, the quiet tremors of uncertainty, the shadowed corners where the unknown looms like an unfathomable sea stretching beyond the horizon of your days. Do not fear the future. These words I bring to you are not mere comfort, but a sacred promise, woven from the depths of my eternal love. I know how you wrestle in the silence of your soul, how the murmur of tomorrow's unknown path can feel like a tempest raging within. Yet, my beloved, the future does not belong to you alone. It is held gently within my everlasting hand, a tapestry of moments that I am weaving with purpose and care. There's a truth that often remains hidden beneath the weight of anxious thoughts. The future is a vast garden planted by my hand, with seeds that sprout only in the soil of faith. I do not ask you to see every thread that binds what is to come. I ask you simply to trust the gardener who tends it, who knows the perfect season for every blossom. When your mind races toward what might come, what dangers, what losses, or what challenges, you reach into a darkness that is not mine, but born of fear. I invite you instead to reach toward the light I kindle in your spirit, a light brighter than any shadow of worry. The moments ahead, though veiled, are not a maze of despair, but a path of discovery where your soul will learn courage, even in uncertainty. I have not abandoned you to walk these steps alone. I am the quiet echo beneath your doubts, the stronghold when the ground beneath seems uncertain. Your future, my child, is not a riddle to unravel in haste, but a sacred story that I am writing with infinite patience. Your heart's unrest is understood fully. It is the small flutter of a sparrow beneath my wings, a fragile trust growing as it learns to fly. Take a breath and hear this. Your present fear does not define you, nor does it define the days coming. You are held, and your future is nestled securely in my eternal gaze. This is not empty reassurance. It is the core of your spiritual identity, resting in the immensity of my sovereignty. I am the Alpha and Omega, the one who names the stars and calls them by name. How much more then do I know the tiny, precious details of your life yet to unfold? Your steps forward will not be blind gambles, but divinely guided moves upon paths of peace. When you feel overwhelmed by the clutter of what-ifs, pause and listen. Cultivate a stillness where my voice sings softly above the storm. I am not distant. I am nearer than your breath, closer than your heartbeat. Your future, though not fully visible, is cradled in the hands that formed you from dust, breathed life into your lungs, and whispered love over your days before they began. Be not afraid, my dear one, but open your heart to my peace, a peace that transcends every uncertainty. Let this truth settle in you. You're never truly alone, even when the road bends and twists beyond your sight. The future may be unknown, but the one who holds that unknown is as constant as the sun rising and as steadfast as the mountains that stand unmoved through centuries. Take your fears and lay them before me. Bring me your doubts, your wrestling, your restless mind. I receive every bit of your inward turmoil with compassion, perfected and understanding, deep as the ocean. I call you now to a quiet surrender, not a surrender of defeat, but one of trust that releases your grip on control and opens your hands to receive my guidance. Let your heart find rest in the truth that I walk with you, not as a distant observer, but as a companion whose love shields you from the night. Do not fear the future. It is my canvas, and you are the cherished masterpiece I paint with deliberate strokes of grace and mercy. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Look up and see the horizon touched by my light. The future awaits, not to overwhelm you, but to unfold before you in my perfect time and tender love. Step forward with me and let fear dissolve in the presence of a God who is already there, waiting for you to trust once more. My beloved, I see the weight you carry, the silent burdens that press upon your heart like shadows stretching across a fading light. You think you're alone in this struggle, that no ear hears the echo of your sorrows nor the whisper of your deepest fears. Yet here I am, ever near, attentive to the trembling of your spirit in the quiet moments when you feel unseen. Do not mistake the silence around you as abandonment, nor the pauses in your prayers as my absence. I am with you in the waiting, in the longing, in the aching places that no one else can touch. Your woundedness is not hidden from me. Every tear is precious in my sight. The pain you endure from wounds inflicted by others or from your own mistakes, the guilt that sometimes gnaws relentlessly, I carry it with you. My dear child, this is not a punishment, but a place of preparation, a crucible where your heart is tendered and refined. I am patient with the slow work of healing because I know the pattern of your soul. When you look into a mirror that reflects only flaws, remember that I see more. I see a vessel of divine love, a creation sculpted with infinite intention. The imperfections you perceive are not blemishes, but marks of a life being shaped by grace. Sometimes forgiveness may seem like a distant shore you can never reach, the waves of shame rising too high. Yet my forgiveness is deeper than any ocean of regret. It waits eagerly for the day you will accept it fully. I do not keep a ledger of your failures. I keep an open hand, ready to receive you as you are. My presence does not always shout. Often it is felt like a soft breeze against the turmoil within, a steady light in a world of flickering flames. When correction comes, it is not condemnation, but a path towards wholeness. Even in the most difficult seasons, I am guiding you with unwavering love and wisdom. There may be moments when you hear my voice through the stillness, tender and sure, reminding you that this pain is neither the end nor the final word. Your struggles are part of a greater story, not a sign that you have been forsaken or forgotten. I am working all things for your good, weaving every thread of your experiences into a tapestry far beyond your understanding. This process may feel slow, even painful, but it is sovereign and purposeful. You are not defined by the voices that echo in your mind, nor by the mistakes you regret. Your worth is rooted in who I say you are, a beloved child, crafted in my image, called by my name. Do not allow the shadows of doubt to eclipse this truth. When you falter, I am there to uphold you. When despair clouds your vision, my light breaks through, inviting you to trust again. Beloved, if your heart is aching and weary, let my gentle embrace be your sanctuary. Lay down the burdens that are too heavy to carry alone. Come to me with the raw honesty of your pain, the questions that have no answers, the doubts that disturb your peace. I will welcome you without hesitation, comforting you with the certainty of my unending love. Take a moment now and breathe deeply into my presence. Let this be an invitation to surrender your fears and your shame. Know that I am not distant or indifferent. I am the ever-present, the constant friend, the healer of every broken thing. Trust that I am at work in you, transforming the night of your soul into dawn. Will you let me meet you here, exactly as you are? Will you receive the peace that passes all understanding? Step out of the shadows and into the light of my embrace, where you are cherished beyond measure and never alone. Let this truth settle deep within you. My dear child, you carry within you the weight of wounds that run deep as ancient rivers, carving trenches in your soul where doubt and pain settle like shadows at dusk. These are not mere scars. They are the silent cries of your heart, echoing through the corridors of your being, longing for healing and assurance. I see every tear you have shed when the night felt lonelier than the rest, when your spirit wavered like a flickering candle, buffeted by unseen winds. You remember the moments when you questioned your worth, when the voices around you and the whispering lies within convinced you that you are fractured beyond repair. Yet, beloved, hear me now. I am the ever-present balm that soothes those broken places. I have not left you, nor have I turned away. My patience is endless, my presence steady, like the mountains that endure the seasons, without faltering. In your vulnerability, I am near. When the storms rage around you and threaten to drown the very light within your heart, I am the shelter that does not falter. Within the silence between your breaths, I speak words of restoration, soft yet resolute, reminding you that you were fashioned with intention and beloved beyond measure. The journey through pain is arduous, yet you are not walking it alone. Each step is held in my hand. Each ache is cradled in my compassion. I do not rush the healing, because the deepest restorations come through time woven with kindness and tender care. My spirit moves gently within you, encouraging the broken pieces to find their way back, not by force, but by love's transforming power. Reflect on this truth. In every struggle, I am teaching you a divine tapestry of resilience and grace. You are being fashioned, not to be perfect, but to be whole through my grace, a vessel of my peace amid the chaos. The wounds you bear are not shortcomings, but sacred spaces where my light shines through cracks, illuminating your soul's beauty and revealing the strength that you may have forgotten. Allow this moment, my dear, to be a turning point where surrender to my love begins the tender work of restoration. Let my kindness embrace you so fully that your heart begins to believe in the hope I place before you, even when the path seems dim. Stillness in my presence holds power, far beyond the understanding of the world. When you feel overwhelmed, come to me not with answers, but with your open heart, your doubts, and your brokenness. I'm a refuge for your restless soul, a safe harbor where judgment does not prevail, but a gentle invitation to begin anew. Do not fear the slow unfolding of healing. The river does not hasten its course, yet it carves canyons over time, creating beauty and depth in the terrain of your life. So I ask you now, will you allow yourself the grace to be healed in my timing, surrounded by my everlasting patience? In the quiet places where you wrestle with your wounds, know that my eyes are upon you, filled with compassion and delight that you have not given up, even when the nights felt endless and the dawn distant. Let this truth settle in you. You are infinitely precious, chosen to be restored and renewed by the very hand that formed the stars and breathed life into creation. I do not grow weary of waiting for you to embrace my healing touch. So will you receive it now? Will you give me the space to mend what feels broken, to lift what feels heavy, and to bring light to the shadows of your soul? Trust in my patience, my dear child, and open yourself to the gift of restoration that I have prepared for you. The road to healing may twist through valleys of uncertainty and peaks of challenge, but every step forward is a testament to my faithfulness working within you. Hear my heartbeat, steady and unwavering, beating alongside yours as a declaration that you are never abandoned or forgotten. Let your heart lean into my presence and draw strength from my sureness, even when your own cannot be found. I am tender with your fears and deliberate in my mercy. Do not shrink back from this invitation to be made whole. Rather, rise with the courage that comes from knowing you are deeply loved and purposefully healed. How precious you are in my sight, shaped by my hands with a destiny that no affliction can erase. Each wound carries within it a story of survival and an opportunity for my glory to shine through the cracks. You may feel fragile now, but in that fragility, my power is perfected. The scars that remain will become a testimony of my redeeming love, a signpost for others lost in wounds and searching for hope. Will you let your heart receive this promise? Will you believe that your healing is not only possible, but already in motion? carried by my unwavering love and infinite patience. Breathe deeply, beloved, and rest in the assurance that my presence is your healing place. When the hurt threatens to overwhelm, remember that I hold your spirit tenderly. Nothing you have endured escapes my notice, and nothing you fear goes unheard. This is not a season of despair, but a time of divine restoration, where every tear watered by sorrow is transforming into a wellspring of new life. Let this patience of mine teach you to trust, not in your strength alone, but in my faithful invitation to carry your burdens alongside you until you stand fully restored. So now, my dear, lean into my love with courage. Let this passage of healing breathe new hope into your soul. Open your heart to receive the comfort I pour out endlessly, because I am steadfast, unshakable, and committed to making all things new in you. Will you believe me this time? Will you surrender the brokenness that clings so tightly and trust in the patient power of my healing hand? Let my promises echo within you until they root themselves deeply in your spirit. You are beloved beyond measure, an eternal treasure being beautifully restored. I am here for you, always, and I will never stop caring for the wounds that call out to me. Your healing journey begins in this moment, wrapped in my patience and love. Will you step forward with me? Let this truth settle in you. My dear child, I see the wilderness within you, the barren places where fear and doubt have taken root, casting long shadows over your heart's landscape. Yet I am here, steadfast and unshaken, calling you out of the dark thickets of your own uncertainty into the light of my unwavering presence. Fear crouches like a lurking predator, waiting to pounce on your peace, whispering lies that your worth is fleeting, that your path is lost beyond repair. But listen, that fear is a voice born not of your origin, but of fallen harm. I am the shelter where your soul can find refuge, the fortress against the onslaught of anxious thoughts. Imagine, beloved, a child trembling in the storm, feeling the thunder roll and lightning strike too close, believing the tempest will consume them whole. I am the sheltering canopy above, holding you firm, inviting you to lean harder into my arms when the winds howl most fiercely. The anxiety that attempts to seize your breath is no match for the calm I breathe into your very being. The doubts that cloud your mind like thick fog cannot hide the way I illuminate from within, a steady lamp lighting your path even when the road ahead disappears into uncertainty. My dear, have you ever felt the ache of silence when you sought my voice, that stretch of waiting that tests your very faith? It is in these moments, when the world's noise falls away and your heart feels laid bare, that I'm closest to you. I whisper not always in thunderous pages or eloquent decrees, but in the quiet assurance that you are held, seen, and upheld by a love that never falters. Your worries, large or small, are not burdens you carry alone. They're invitations to fold your hands not in defeat, but in surrender, opening your palm to receive my peace that surpasses all human understanding. Consider the waves of the sea, relentless and expansive, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce. You are like those waters, at times storm-tossed, at others calm and still. Yet beneath the surface, a current of my presence moves unwaveringly, steady and sure, dragging you ever closer to the shore of my promises. When doubts raise their voices, causing your heart to churn, remember that even the sea bows to my command. I bring order out of chaos, calm out of the storm. Your spirit is not lost in the tumult, but being refined like precious gold through the fire of trial and trust. You may wonder why this fear clings so persistently, why disquiet can ascend like shadows at sunset. It is because your heart is designed to depend fully on me, to lean into my strength rather than your own. The wrestle with doubt is not a mark of weakness. but the wilderness through which faith must journey to grow stronger and deeper. I am your refuge while you battle the unseen whisperings that aim to convince you that you're not enough, not whole, not beloved. Yet I say yes to your wholeness. I see beyond your stumbles, beyond every faltering step, in the fullness of my covenant with your soul. Let this truth settle in you. Fear does not define you. Anxiety does not dictate your story. You are my beloved, knitted together with divine purpose, and I am weaving every thread, even the darkest ones, into a tapestry of redemption and peace. When the night feels too long and your soul grows weary, call upon me, not out of desperation, but in confident expectation of my faithfulness. I will meet you there, in the depths, to lift you above what you see and feel. I am gently shaping your faith, like a potter molds clay, pressing not to break, but to prepare a vessel bearing my glory. When self-doubt arises and threatens to bind your feet, remember that I am the strong hand that steadies and the loving voice that encourages. My presence is a balm that soothes the anxieties that cloud your mind and the restless spirit that longs for assurance. There is no room in your heart too broken, no shadow too dark for my light to overcome. Allow me to be your eyes when yours are dimmed by worry, your voice when yours falters in the face of fear. Together, we walk this road where trust blooms amid trials and hope is rekindled when despair tries to take root. Take a moment, beloved, to breathe in this real presence. Feel the steady rhythm of my heartbeat alongside yours, an eternal pulse that promises you are never alone. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Bring your fears to me. Lay them gently in my hands and watch how I transform trembling into courage, doubt into assurance, and fear into steadfast love. The peace I give is not like the fleeting calm the world offers. It is a deep river flowing through your soul, refreshing, cleansing, and empowering you to face each day anew. Will you believe me this time? Will you allow my peace, that fragile yet unbreakable gift, to anchor you amidst every storm of anxiety and uncertainty? My dear child, I am here, not distant, not impatient, but intimately present and endlessly compassionate. Rest in my embrace, for I hold you tenderly and walk beside you, ever faithful, until your soul sings with the assurance of my abiding love. My dear child, you carry within you the weight of questions that twist and turn in the quiet chambers of your heart. Questions born from fear, anxiety, and the shackles of doubt. These shadows that creep into your soul are not mere accidents or punishments. They are the markers of a heart that longs for trust and peace. I see you, trembling with uncertainty, caught between what you know and what you fear might be true. But know this, fear does not come from me. It is a shadow trying to steal your joy and silence the melody I have written uniquely for your life. Fear is a cage built by the mind, but you, beloved, are called to soar beyond its bars. Anxiety is the storm that tries to drown your faith in waves of restless worry, yet I am the ever-calm shore, steady and unshaken, beneath the tempest. When doubt whispers lies about your worth or my presence, remember that I am the everlasting truth, the unshakable foundation beneath your feet. I have not hidden from you. I have never abandoned you. The fog you walk through is thick now, yet every step you take in faith invites my light to blaze a path before you. You ask if you can trust me with the deep recesses of your pain, the secret fears you dare not voice aloud. Let me reassure you, trust is not a fragile thread, but a mighty cord woven from my promises and steadfast love. I am with you when your heart races in the stillness of night, when your thoughts spiral and you fear what tomorrow might bring. I meet you there, not demanding that you have all the answers, but inviting you simply to lean into my arms. Do you feel the overwhelming pressure to control every outcome, to wrestle your fears into submission on your own? Surrender, beloved, is the sweet release that allows my peace to flood your spirit. It is not weakness, but the bravest step a soul can take, to lay down the burden of self-reliance and rest fully in me. Your trembling heart is precious, and I cherish every beat, every silent plea whispered in the darkness. Will you let me carry your anxiety as only I can? Imagine yourself as a traveler crossing a vast desert, parched and weary, longing for a refuge. Fear and doubt are scorching winds threatening to scorch your hope. But I am the oasis resting just beyond the horizon, a wellspring of living water ready to quench your thirst. Draw near and drink deeply from my peace. It does not run dry, and it refreshes even the most exhausted soul. Let my love be the soft shade under which you find rest and renewal. Do not despise your fear, for it reveals what you hold sacred. It testifies to the depths of your longing and your courage to face the unknown. But do not let it dictate your journey. When doubt tries to trip you, reach for my hand. When the night grows too dark, listen for my voice, gentle and sure, calling you to trust, despite what you see in the moment. I am shaping a masterpiece from your life, but the process often begins in the shadows. Your faith is the lamp that guides you through, flickering, but never extinguished. Let this truth settle in you. Fear and doubt are not final verdicts, but invitations to a deeper trust, a more intimate walk with me. Each time you choose to believe despite the trembling, you grow stronger in faith and draw closer into my heart. The tempest of anxiety may surge, but my love is the anchor that holds you fast. No storm can separate you from the embrace I have woven for you, an embrace that whispers in your spirit, "You're safe, you're cherished, you're never alone." Will you believe me this time, beloved? Will you let your trembling become the soil where faith takes root and blossoms? I am here, steady and constant, ready to quiet your restless soul. Cast your cares upon me. Do not carry them alone any longer. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in every anxious moment. Trust that I know the way through this valley, and I have armed you with courage beyond your own strength. In the silence of your heart, hear my gentle assurance. Fear will fade when you choose to walk with me in the light of my love. Anxiety will dissipate when your eyes fix on the steady flame of my presence. Doubt will diminish when you remember that I have never once forsaken you. I am your everlasting peace, your unshakable hope, your God who makes a way where there seems to be no way. Do not rush to escape the valley. Sometimes, the climb through fear is the very journey that prepares you for the heights I have planned. Embrace this season, my dear, knowing that I am shaping courage in you that will shine brightly as a testament to my faithfulness. Let your heart rest in my promises, and when your soul feels weighed down, whisper to me your fears. I am listening. I am near. Remember, my child, that trust is not the absence of fear, but the choice to walk forward with me despite it. You are not alone in your struggle, because I have never left your side. My love is your fortress, your safe place when doubts swirl like storms. Let the power of my presence transform your fear into strength, your anxiety into peace, your doubt into unwavering trust. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Reach out and clasp my hand tightly. Feel my strength infuse your trembling fingers, and let it carry you beyond the shadows into the radiant light of my peace. You are more than conqueror when you lean into me. Your fears meet their match in my boundless, unchanging love. Come, beloved, and rest with me. There is no safer place for your soul. My dear child, I see the heaviness that has weighed down your heart when fear, anxiety, and doubt come knocking at your door. These unwelcome visitors often cloak themselves in shadows, whispering of what could go wrong, what you might lose, or how the future might betray every hope you harbor. They press upon your soul, making the breath shallow and the mind restless. Yet, know this deeply. I am not distant in these moments. I am near, closer than your very heartbeat, cradling your trembling spirit with steady hands. Fear and anxiety are not foreign to me. I have watched kingdoms rise and fall, stars burn out, and new ones ignite, all within the mystery of time I have ordained. Your human mind, so fragile and fleeting, wrestles with the infinite unknown, just as a child might fret over the dark corners beneath a bed. And yet, it is in these shadows I desire to shine the most brilliant light. When doubt gnaws at your conviction, when uncertainty clouds your vision, I am the whisper beneath the noise, the calm within the storm. Consider the vast oceans, relentless in their motion yet predictable in their rhythm. So too are the waves of fear and doubt. They come and go, but they do not define the shore's steadfast presence. In your soul, I've set ashore, unyielding and unmovable, anchored in love, purpose, and unshakable truth. When the waves rise too high, do not try to fight them alone, as the tide is beyond your control. Instead, come to me and rest within my embrace. Here, you will find a sanctuary untouched by the tempests that rage outside. The seed of anxiety often sprouts from the fear of losing control. The illusion that by holding tight, you can secure every outcome is a weight too heavy for your shoulders. Yet, surrender is not defeat, but freedom. I invite you now to lay down your pretense of self-sufficiency and trust that I am weaving together threads you cannot see, crafting a tapestry far more exquisite than you could imagine. Your moments of uncertainty are not my absence. They are invitations to lean harder into my presence. Embrace questions, beloved, even when they tremble on your lips or swirl within your mind. Doubt is not an enemy, but a doorway, an opening through which your faith is refined and purified. Like the blacksmith's fire that coaxes brilliance from raw metal, your inner struggles shape you into a vessel more radiant and resilient. Don't shy away from this refining process. Lean into it, draw closer to me, and allow my spirit to whisper truth amidst the confusion. You may wonder why I sometimes remain silent when fear and doubt threaten your peace. It is not out of neglect, but because some seasons require patience and stillness. Like a gardener waiting for the seed to sprout beneath the soil, my silence nurtures the unseen growth of your inner strength. In the quiet, your roots go down deeper, anchoring you in my eternal love that cannot be shaken. I am working even when you cannot see it. Trust the unseen handiwork that is fashioning your deliverance. Remember the story of a small lamp placed in a dark room. Though its light seems meager, it transforms the entire space, revealing hope and dispelling dread. Your faith, even if faint, is that lamp. Every act of trust brightens your path and diminishes the power of fear. Take moments to breathe my peace into your soul, repeating silently that I am near, that I am trustworthy. Let this anchoring truth sink into every fiber of your being. My dear, you're not alone in battling these inner storms. Countless saints, heroes, and ordinary souls before you have faced the same fears with trembling hands and faltering hearts. Yet, by choosing to hold on to me, they discovered that even the fiercest storm yields to my peace. You too are invited into this sacred legacy of courage, not perfected by your strength but upheld by mine. When anxiety convinces you of impending doom, remember the lilies in the field, so effortlessly clothed and cared for. If even these humble flowers receive my tender attention, how much more precious are you? Your value is unchanging and boundless. Do not believe the lie that your worry can alter your worth. You are my beloved, clothed in grace and treasured beyond any measure. Let the past release its grip on you. If guilt or past mistakes fuel your fear, come to me with open hands. I do not tally up your failures to condemn, but to cleanse and renew. My forgiveness flows endlessly, a river strong enough to wash away every shadow that seeks to darken your heart. Will you let my mercy cradle you now and quiet the anxious voices within? Take this moment to cast all your cares upon me, for I care deeply for you. You are not abandoned to your fears, but upheld constantly by my unwavering love. I am the shepherd who guides you through dark valleys, the light that pierces the night. Lean into my promise to never leave nor forsake you, even when your feet falter on uncertain paths. Let this truth settle in you, child. Fear, anxiety, and doubt have no final say. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Each trembling step you take toward trusting me is a victory that sets your feet firmly on the path of peace and assurance. Rest now in my arms, and know that your heart is safe with me. My beloved, as we continue on this sacred journey together, I invite you now to rest deeply in the sanctuary of my purpose for your life. There's a path laid out for you, woven with threads of hope and intention, visible only to my eyes, but crafted with care for every step you take. I see the times when you have felt lost in the maze of decisions and distractions, where the weight of uncertainty clouds your vision. Yet beyond every perplexity, there is my hand guiding you with infinite wisdom and boundless love. Your purpose is not a distant dream to chase, but a living reality embedded within your very heart. It sings to you in the quiet moments and whispers through the storms. Sometimes it is hidden beneath layers of fear or the dust of worldly cares, but it is always present, alive and pulsing with divine energy, meant to bring light into the darkness. I have knitted this purpose into your being as a seed waits patiently beneath the soil before bursting forth into glorious bloom. Though the delay may test your faith and stir doubts within, this waiting is sacred, for through it you are being prepared, refined, and shaped for the destiny destined only for you. There is great beauty in this mystery of purpose and calling. It is much like the story of a tapestry seen from afar, chaotic threads seeming random and tangled. Yet when viewed by me, each strand is positioned with exact precision, ensuring the whole design manifests my glory. I do not make mistakes nor leave any thread unattended, even those moments you may regret or the crossroads you tremble to face. Every event, every encounter, every sorrow and joy, they converge toward the masterpiece I am creating through your life. Do you feel the stirring within your soul? That is my spirit, moving gently but insistently, nudging your heart toward what you are created to embody. Is it a calling you resist out of fear? Perhaps it seems too grand or too small, too difficult or too simple for the weight it carries. Yet, my beloved, understand this. Your calling is not measured by worldly standards or the applause of crowds. It is measured by love, by the depth to which you immerse yourself in me and allow my light to shine within you. When you become that vessel of love, no destiny is too vast, no task too humble. Each step you take toward surrender fills the path ahead with radiant possibility. Remember the times when you have felt utterly small, yet utterly known. Those were moments when I was calling you deeper into your purpose, not through triumph or achievement, but through brokenness and vulnerability. Like a potter shaping clay, I am devoted to working your heart into the form it was always meant to hold. This shaping requires patience and trust, for the process is sometimes slow and tender, yet it leaves scars that shimmer with the brilliance of restoration. Your pain has not been wasted, nor has your struggle gone unseen. I hold every tear with sacred reverence and breathe life into every shattered piece of your heart. Do not rush this process, for haste can cause you to miss the significance of the hidden lessons resting within your experience. My timing always unfolds in perfect harmony with the readiness of your spirit. Trust me, when the days feel long and the waiting seems endless, your purpose will bloom in its fullness when the season is right. When your faith has grown strong roots and your heart has settled deeply into my presence. The journey itself is holy ground, where transformation takes place. Will you let me carry you through every doubt and delay, teaching you the rhythm of divine unfolding? Each calling carries with it an invitation to step beyond the familiar and into the realm of faith. I'm calling you out of your comfort zones and safe places into fields where your gifts will shine with power and grace. Though the unknown invites fear and resistance, your courage anchored in me will be like a torch breaking the grip of darkness. Even when you stumble, I am there to lift you, steadying your step. Your purpose does not require perfection. It requires surrender, a heart willing to be shaped and led by my Spirit's gentle guidance. I want you to see yourself through my eyes, not as the world sees you, but as a radiant child of heaven, crafted with unique gifts and eternal significance. What I have placed inside you cannot be extinguished by the trials of life or the harshness of judgment. It is an unquenchable fire fueled by my love. Whenever you feel weak or inadequate, lean into me and receive the strength I pour into you. You have everything you need for the calling I have prepared. You are not alone. I am always with you, weaving your heart's longing into the tapestry of your destiny. So, beloved, as you continue to seek and discern, open your mind and heart wide to the possibility of my purposes working quietly yet powerfully within you. Today, let the truth settle deep that your life is not an accident or a random series of events, but a divine mission crafted from the beginning of time. You are here for such a time as this, to be a beacon, a healer, a messenger of my love in a world hungry for hope. Dare to press into this calling, even when the path ahead is shrouded in mystery. The light I have set inside you will illuminate each step until you stand in full revelation of the purpose I have designed just for you. As you ponder these words, I invite you to lean into the whisper of my spirit. If your heart is trembling with dreams and desires you cannot yet fully name, do not turn away in fear. Today is the day to affirm that you trust me, to say, I am ready to be shaped, to be led, to fulfill the calling you have placed on my life. Hold this promise close, for it is my heartbeat pulsing through your veins, reminding you that your life matters deeply in the grand story of my kingdom. Will you believe me this time? Will you surrender your fears and doubts and step forward in the faith that your purpose is true and your destiny secure? I am here, my dear, ready to walk beside you with firm love and endless patience. Let this truth settle in you and rise like sunlight over the horizon of your soul. I delight in you, my child, and the magnificent plan I have for you will not fail. Let your heart be still and your spirit eager. Your calling awaits, and I'm leading you into it with hands full of grace and mercy. Your story is just beginning, and the chapters ahead will bear witness to a divine masterpiece written in the ink of my unchanging love. So press in, keep seeking, keep surrendering. The journey is sacred, and you are not alone. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that you are seen, cherished, and crafted for purpose beyond your wildest dreams. Your destiny shines brightly in my gaze. If your heart is stirring with hope or longing, do not conceal it or quiet it. Let it rise and step boldly toward the purpose I have breathed into your life. There is much yet to unfold, and I am here, always here, ready to lead you into the fullness of my calling. Trust me, beloved, for I am the author of your days and the guardian of your destiny. Your purpose is real. Your life is precious. The road ahead is glorious. Will you step into it with me? My dear child, as you journey through the wilderness of your soul, feeling sometimes like a wanderer without direction or understanding, know that you are deeply seen by me. When the night seems endless and shadows press close against your heart, it may feel as though I have withdrawn, leaving you to stumble in silence. But this is a sacred space where I meet you in the quiet, where your unseen tears cascade upon the earth like precious streams nourishing hidden roots. Do not mistake my silence for absence. Rather, it is in this stillness that I am weaving threads of unseen grace through the tapestry of your life. There is a profound intimacy in feeling lost, for it strips away superficial bearings and invites you to seek the fount of light within. This inner light is my presence, my eternal promise that you are never truly wandering alone. In the moments when your heart whispers, "Am I forgotten? Am I unseen?" I am there, cradling your vulnerable spirit as a mother guards the flickering flame of a fragile candle in the darkened room. Beloved, understand that feeling lost is not the end of your story, but the beginning of your awakening. The path that seems obscured to your eyes is laid with my footprints, invisible but assured. Each step you take in uncertainty is a step taken within my embrace, a dance of faith where trust becomes the language of your heart. I am the compass hidden beneath every doubt, the steady hand guiding you through the fog. Do not fear your solitude, for it is in the fertile soil of loneliness that my love takes root and blooms when you least expect. The aching emptiness you experience is not a void, but a sacred invitation. An open hand beckoning you to surrender your frantic searching to me. Relinquish control, lay down your burdens, and let the still waters of my peace flood your spirit. In this surrender, you will begin to know the infinite depth of my longing to be near you. Your soul's cries, whispered in the quiet places, echo in the chambers of heaven. I gather up each sigh, each tear, weaving them into a tapestry of restoration that only I can design. Understand that your pain has purpose. It's the cocoon from which new wings of hope and understanding will emerge. This is not a punishment, nor an abandonment, but a divine process of refinement, shaping you into the vessel you were created to be. Take heart, my dear, when you feel empty or unseen. You are beloved beyond measure, marked by my own hand, and sealed with an unbreakable covenant of love. Even when voices around you raise questions about your worth, remember that your true identity is found in me. I call you by name, knowing every detail of your heart's longing, every hidden fear, and every silent yearning. No shadow can dim the light I have placed within you. Let this truth settle deep within your soul. In your moments of feeling lost or forsaken, you are closest to my heart. My presence surrounds you like a vast ocean, even when you taste only loneliness. The waves of my love lap gently at your spirit, offering comfort against the jagged rocks of despair. I am the lighthouse on your distant shore, the beacon that never wavers, shining with unwavering brilliance to draw you home. I invite you now to look inward and recognize the sacredness of your current place, no matter how desolate it feels. This season is not wasted, but is part of the divine sculpting of your spirit. Though you may not see it now, I'm at work behind the veil, moving mountains and making plains in the mysterious economy of my grace. Trust that your wandering heart is being led into greater depths of my love and understanding. Will you believe me this time when I say that being lost does not mean being forgotten? Your journey, with all its turns and detours, is held firmly in my hands. Each moment of feeling unseen is an opportunity for you to encounter me anew, to discover that my love is not dependent on your circumstances but is steadfast and eternal. Child, when you feel invisible to the eyes of this world, remember that you are luminous in the eyes of heaven. Your value is not determined by recognition, but by the Creator who fashioned you with infinite care. You're the masterpiece of my heart, crafted with purpose and destiny. In the wilderness of your soul, I am both the source of living water and the bread that sustains you. Let your heart rest today in this truth. The deepest sense of belonging comes not from human affirmation, but from my embrace. I am here, holding you through every shadow and every silent moment. Every step you take forward, even when you cannot see the path, is a step born of faith. A faith that I am with you and will never let you go. So, my beloved, when the ache of loneliness presses heavy upon you and you feel lost beyond words, look above and listen closely to the whisper of my presence. It speaks peace to the storms within you and anchors your soul in eternal hope. You do not walk alone. You are woven into my heart, and nothing will ever separate you from the love I have for you. Allow this divine embrace to surround you now. Breathe deeply of my peace and know that your existence here, even in uncertainty, is part of a glorious plan. As you journey onward, carry this confidence. Your lost moments are sacred, and I am using them to draw you closer to me than ever before. Let your spirit cling to this promise and never let go. Beloved, I see the wanderings of your heart, the moments when you feel lost in the vastness of life's wilderness. There are seasons when the familiar paths seem to disappear beneath your feet, when the compass of your soul fails to point to any certainty. In those hours, you might feel abandoned, as if the whispers of my presence have quieted, and you stand alone in a wilderness that stretches endlessly around you. But hear this truth: no shadow, no valley, no silence can ever sever the tether of love that binds you to me. Even when you cannot perceive me, I am the ever-present one, the one whose eyesight never falters, even when yours does. My dear, do not mistake this moment of feeling unseen as my absence. It is often in the hiddenness that the deepest work is done. Like a gardener who tends the roots beneath the soil, my hands are still on you, cultivating, shaping, preparing you for a spring of blooming you cannot yet imagine. Imagine a vast starlit night where each star is a promise, a whisper of my unwavering attention toward you. Though the night feels endless and the cold wind might bite at your soul, those stars hold my gaze unwaveringly fixed upon you. Your pain and sorrow are not invisible to me. They are carved into my heart as surely as the stars etch the heavens. The mystery of feeling lost is part of the divine tapestry of growth that I weave around you. And every fiber is saturated with my mercy and devotion. It may feel as though you drift on a sea without landmarks, but I am the anchor beneath the waves, steady and sure, holding you fast through every storm. My child, if you can hear this breath of divine truth, slow your racing heart and rest in this reality. Nowhere you go can you escape my love. In the wilderness of solitude, I am your companion. The lament you keep hidden, the prayers you whisper with tear-streaked face, I carry them like sacred incense before my throne. You are far from unseen. You are the beloved, cherished more deeply than the oceans hold water or the heavens hold stars. Let this truth take root in your weary heart. The silence you endure is not my silence. It is the space where my voice is deeper than words, where faith blooms unseen, but real. When you feel lost, it is because you are learning the sacred art of surrender. Surrender not to defeat, but to my divine presence that envelops you like a warm cloak. You might not hear a clear voice. Perhaps you only sense a gentle nudging, a quiet promise that I am working in ways beyond your comprehension. Know there is a sacred belonging in this feeling of being lost, for it is an invitation to turn your gaze inward, to to discover the hidden sanctuaries of my spirit within you. The wilderness calls you not to despair, but to awareness, to the recognition that even in the desolation, you are my son, my daughter, forever anchored in my love. I have not forsaken you. Your worth is not determined by clarity or peace you can grasp, but by my eternal decree of righteousness over you. The unseen hour is a crucible for your faith, a holy, refining fire that purifies the dross and reveals the gold of what you truly are. It is in these silent, invisible moments that intimacy deepens, where your soul learns to rest apart from sight, to trust apart from touch. Child, I invite you now to breathe deeply and consider this. When you feel abandoned, great is the ripeness of your soul for revelation. My providence is not always loud. Sometimes it is the still, small voice beneath the thunder, the soft dew on parched earth that nourishes when you least expect it. You do not walk alone, for I am with you to the very end of the age. You are not forgotten in the shadows. You are prepared in the quiet. Even the stones cry out with my glory when you cannot. Let this anchor of belonging settle in you. You are seen beyond what eyes can perceive, loved beyond what words can tell. Your wandering heart is the very place where I come closest, where my presence is richest. Will you believe me this time? Let go of striving to be seen by the world. Instead, learn to be seen fully by me, for that is enough. Your life, your pain, your journey of loss and searching is a sacred narrative written by my hand in the ink of grace. I am weaving beauty from confusion and healing from brokenness. The wilderness is but a passage, and though it stretches wide, it is not endless. Trust in the work being done unseen. Your story is alive in my heart and will culminate in glory. Step forward, knowing that every step taken in faith and surrender unites you more firmly with me. I am the compass and the destination, the light breaking through your night. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from this wilderness. Lean into it with faith, for I am within it, calling you home to myself again and again. My dear child, your lostness is not your end. It is my preparation for a fullness waiting just beyond what you can see. Let your soul rest in this truth and take courage. You belong to me, and that belonging is stronger than any feeling of abandonment or invisibility. This is my heart for you. Vast, patient, infinite. Let it calm your restless spirit tonight. My beloved, as we arrive at the culmination of this sacred journey together, I invite you to breathe deeply and rest in the unshakable truth of who you are in me. Throughout the paths you have walked, through moments of doubt, deserts of silence, seasons of waiting and storms of uncertainty, I have never left your side. I have been the steady hand guiding your trembling steps, the gentle voice whispering hope into your weary heart, the unfailing light illuminating your inner darkness. Now, I call you to step fully into the fullness of my love, which is eternal and unchangeable, a love woven into the very fabric of your being from the beginning of time. You're not forgotten, nor are you scattered like seeds upon barren soil. You are my cherished creation, intricately formed and deeply known. Every breath you take is sustenance for the spirit I have breathed into you. No matter how far your thoughts wander, or how heavy the burden you carry, you are held firmly within my embrace, an embrace that neither breaks nor loosens. Let this intimate truth be the anchor for your soul when the waves of life rise high and threaten to drown your joy. I have crafted you with purpose and passion, and my plan for you is alive, vibrant, and expanding with every new day. Recall the times when you felt forsaken, when shadows crept close and the silence felt unbearable. Those were not moments where I was absent, but opportunities for your spirit to learn to trust beyond what eyes could see. My timing is perfect, even when the waiting feels endless. I'm working all things together for your good, weaving strands of beauty through the pain and confusion. The tapestry of your life, though sometimes obscured, will reveal a masterpiece of my grace and mercy. You are a story of redemption, written deeply into the heart of creation. Do not allow fear or doubt to diminish your value or capacity to love. Your weaknesses and struggles do not disqualify you from my affection. Rather, they are the very soil from which humility and strength grow. In your brokenness, my glory shines most brightly. I do not see you as shattered. I see the shimmering light beneath the fractures, the resilience that refuses to wane. When you feel unworthy, turn to me and allow my forgiveness to wash over your weary spirit like a river. It renews, it restores, and it promises a fresh beginning each day. My beloved, embrace your identity as my child, crafted in my image and called to reflect my light in this world. You are not merely surviving, you are thriving in the purposes I have assigned you. Your voice, your kindness, your courage, they ripple outward in ways unseen, touching hearts and transforming lives. Your presence here matters beyond what you can imagine. I see every tear you have shed and every smile you have shared. Your faith, even when small as a mustard seed, moves mountains that are otherwise immovable. Will you carry this truth deep within your heart? There is a divine melody playing within you, a calling that beckons you forward, beckons you into deeper intimacy with me. Each moment spent lingering in my presence, surrendering your plans and anxieties, draws you closer to that sacred space where peace reigns. Nothing in this world compares to the joy found in knowing and belonging to me completely. I am your refuge, your fortress, your ever-present help in times of trouble. When the noise grows loud around you, come to me quietly and find rest in my embrace. Let this rest rejuvenate your soul and remind you of your unbreakable worth. I am continually drawing you toward a destiny rich with meaning, woven with threads of grace and fueled by the fire of my spirit. Your journey, with all its ups and downs, has prepared you for the next chapter, one where my purpose for you unfolds in ways that astound the world and bless your soul. As you move forward, remember that you do not walk alone. I march with you, hand in hand, light to your feet, peace in your heart.